What's going on? This is My Life in the Shop. I'm your host, Don Washington. I'm bringing you guys the story of Cyntoia Brown. She is finally free after 15 years in jail. She was 14 years old, sentenced to life in prison. Now, she's 31 years old now. She was sentenced in 2006 for the 2006 killing of Johnny Allen, who was 43 years old at the time. He's a victim of sex trafficking. Her pimp, allegedly named was Cutthroat, who was 24 years old. She was a runaway in 2004. Now, mind you, that's the guy, 43 years old. That's the governor who granted her clemency, Governor Bill Haslam. He's a Republican out of Tennessee. I'm going to bring you this story. A lot of celebrities spoke up on her behalf because this is a classic case of misjustice in our justice system.
Supposed to spend the rest of my life in prison.
Cyntoia Brown was just 16 when she shot and killed a man in Tennessee. This 2011 documentary delves into her abusive upbringing and how she was forced into prostitution. At her trial, Brown testified she felt threatened by a man who had picked her up for sex, but she also admitted to stealing his wallet, guns, and truck after shooting him, so this 16-year-old was given life in prison for premeditated murder.
Why would you throw me away for the rest of my life? Why?
Her case now getting new attention online after singer Rihanna took to Instagram this week, writing, "Did we somehow change the definition of justice along the way? Because something is horribly wrong when the system enables these rapists and the victim is thrown away for life." Kim Kardashian gave it another boost, tweeting, "The system has failed. It's heartbreaking to see a young girl sex trafficked, then when she has the courage to fight back is jailed for life. We have to do better and do what's right. I've called my attorneys to see what can be done to fix this. Hashtag free Cyntoia Brown." David H. Berman is a USC journalism professor. He made the documentary.
The confusion and the noise that's caused by celebrity involvement in any story is always fascinating. It causes millions of people to pay attention. I think awareness is what's most important here. That's what's key.
Tennessee law has now changed so that juveniles can no longer be sentenced to life in prison without parole, and if Brown's trial happened today, she'd be treated as a victim of child human trafficking. As it stands now, she won't be up for parole until 2055.
The United States has some of the most draconian laws regarding juvenile sentencing of any country in the world. That's a problem.
There's currently a petition on MoveOn.org to free Cyntoia Brown that has nearly 330,000 signatures.
Wow, 2055 is when she was supposed to be. Oh my, that was just for parole. Now, this is what we're talking about, the misjustice in our so-called justice system. A 14-year-old, anybody with the brain knows that a 14-year-old, definitely 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, definitely doesn't know right or wrong. Now, in her defense, her defense was this. He reached for a gun. You know, he had guns in his bedroom. She thought she's 14 years old. Imagine how scared this young girl had to be. Also, they're saying, she knew what she was doing because she stole his wallet. But in her defense, she's saying, hey, she had to take some money home to her pimp. Because if she didn't take no money home to her pimp, she was going to get beat down again. She was the victim in this case, and as it will stand now, thanks to her, that law has changed. Shout out to Rihanna and Kim Kardashian for using their celebrity status to bring justice to this young girl, because she may not have gotten it. So since the Tennessee law has changed, and that's a good thing. At least if any good that has coming out of this story, that is. The prosecution tried to paint this as a robbery. That was totally not the case in this story. I think that, and I'm gonna say this, even if she was, let me tell you something, even if she was 14, and even if it was a robbery, I believe if anything, the harshest would have been 21 at 14, a sex traffic victim, but she was the victim in this case, and she actually, at 14, imagine a 43-year-old man, any sex offender, they should be sentenced to death. That's my opinion. He 43 years old, you're picking up a 14-year-old baby for sex. He should have been if alive, he should have been instantly put to death anyway. You're 14 years old you're 43 picking up a 14-year-old baby for sex. He deserved what he had coming to him, period. He deserved what he had coming to him for picking up a little baby off the streets. Now, everybody's on this Me Too movement, but then when it comes to this young girl, we all know what's going on. Stop it. We've seen sex offenders get probation. We've seen rapists and whatnot get probation. This young girl, life. We know what's going on. Stop it. I'm glad this young girl is finally able to see the light of day. After 15 long, hard years, her entire childhood has been robbed. Even before she went in, she had a very tough and tragic life. She's done a lot of good to be a spokesman and an advocate for young girls being sex trafficked in there. She's a very strong young girl. I'm glad that she's finally able to be out. I'm going to try to keep you guys posted. I can't wait to see what she does now that she's out. If anybody wants to be a guest on my show, just send me My Life in the Shy YouTube channel. Send me an email. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Let me know what you think, good or bad. Peace, peace. We'll be right back.